How did Charlemagne get under the skin of Fredro Star?
You can't do nothing, nigga. You can't do nothing, nigga. That's what I'm saying, nigga. You can't do nothing, big man. You can't do nothing, nigga. I know it's so fucking good, nigga.
I ain't here for that.
Playing the garbage, nigga. Don't play me, nigga. My name is Fredro Star. Do your Googles, nigga. What the fuck you gonna do, nigga?
Then he also pissed off Beanie Sigel till Beans told him that it wasn't safe to play with him.
That other shit.
Exactly was the.
You ain't qualified to ask me that question. You ain't qualified to get that answer, bro.
Wow.
You sit up here and your job is to play games. But play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
And then he made Birdman so mad that he pulled up on him in the studio.
I wanted to talk to you on your man in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You understand me? Straight up like a man.
So what's the issue?
No sugar. Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, put some respect on my name.
Now, there are 3 interviewers on The Breakfast Club, but somehow only Charlemagne always gets the guests so riled up that you start to fear for his safety. But make no mistake, this video isn't an attack on Charlemagne's character. He's just being involved in too many moments that are too good to ignore. First, we start off with Fredro Star. This interview was the best interview of the summer of 2014. At some point during this interview, Fredro probably got Charlemagne questioning whether he was safe at his own job. So, the 1990 rap group Onyx, which Fredro Star is a part of, was on The Breakfast Club. The interview started well, with each member of the Onyx talking about how they were discovered, growing up in South Jamaica, Queens, and how they were all eventually signed by Jam Master Jay in 1991. However, the mood in the studio changed in the last 30 minutes of the interview. Charlemagne decided to ask about a topic that Fredro Star didn't want to talk about. He asked about the time Fredro and Brandy were reportedly together, and mentioned that Fredro allegedly got some head from Brandy. Fredro Star immediately told Charlemagne to stop asking about that topic, that he didn't want to discuss the past, and he just wanted to talk about the group's future plans. Fredro didn't want to talk about this because Brandy was allegedly underage at the time. But Charlemagne persisted with the question, and this is where the interview gets quite heated.
This your radio station.
Cause you know why?
This your block, nigga.
You know why? Cause I know it was an ambush.
You got ran off your own block.
I don't know what them guys had planned. So I had to get out the way.
You got ran off your own block, man. It's all good, though.
It happens. It happens to the best of
Get
them.
pussy sometimes.
This interview became so heated and Fredro became so aggressive that I must say it's a miracle that he didn't punch Charlemagne in the face because of how pissed he was. Fredro then clarified that the reason he got aggressive is because Charlemagne brought up a topic he didn't like.
Why we got an issue, bro?
Because you brought some shit up that I ain't like, nigga, and I don't like that, nigga. I ain't no bitch ass.
Charlemagne then asks Fredro Star, "What do you want me to do?" And this is when the rapper completely flies off the handle.
I don't know what you want me to do.
You can't do nothing, nigga. You can't do nothing, nigga. That's what I'm saying, nigga. You can't do nothing, big man. You can't do nothing, nigga. I know it's so fucking good, nigga.
I ain't here for that.
Playing the garbage, nigga. Don't play me, nigga. My name is Fredro Star. Do your Googles, nigga. What the fuck you gonna do, nigga?
All right, let's move on.
Did you think I said something
Let's
wrong?
move on.
Ask the question if
we pass that. Let's get past
this nigga in the eye on TV.
Fredro was really ready for anything, and perhaps because of how heated the whole situation was, this interview was completely deleted by The Breakfast Club. Fredro Star was not messing around, and this next rapper was surely on that same energy. And although he never became as aggressive as Fredro was, he clearly made Charlemagne so scared that he began to pick his next words carefully.
That other shit.
Exactly what the.
You ain't qualified to ask me that question. You ain't qualified to get that answer, bro.
So, this was back in October 2016. Beanie Sigel was on the radio for an interview with The Breakfast Club. This was around the time that Beanie was beefing with Meek Mill. This was a very serious beef, and Beanie was even knocked out backstage in Philly by one of Meek's homeboys. Charlemagne called Beanie a hater for the 2 diss tracks he released.
I heard you on Tax Podcast.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was questioning you with your diss records, man. You sounding like a hater lately, man.
A hater?
Yeah.
How you say that? I hate it.
Cause I feel like, you know, you put out 2 diss records, but then you was in the studio with me like 8 days prior to the first diss record. And I'm like, if anybody else did that, I think you'd be saying that was a sucker.
But Beanie wasn't having none of it. He wasn't fazed by the fact that Charlemagne called him a hater. He just stated that Charlemagne was not even qualified to talk about the beef at all.
I don't think you qualified to even say I sound like a hater because you don't know all the particulars. So how you qualified to say I'm a hater? Hate on what?
Well,
and why?
I'm just telling you based
but
on what
why do you say I'm a hater?
Just like with Fredro Star, Charlemagne didn't know when to stop and just continued pressing on the issue, and Beans insisted Charlemagne isn't qualified to ask the question.
So
That
what
other
exactly was the
You ain't qualified to ask me that question. You ain't qualified to get that answer, bro.
Beanie then stated that Charlemagne wasn't keeping it real, then threatened to leave the show and called him a sucker.
So why I'm here then? Because I think you're a sucker. So I should be out, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, that's me personally. I wouldn't sit there and have a conversation with a sucker.
Yeah, you'll sit here and you'll bash a little girl, little mama till she cry. That's what you do. Coward, nigga.
We talk, me and you talking to each other now. I tell you that I think you're a hypocrite.
You could think what you want.
And I think you be coming off as a hater sometimes.
You could think what you want, thing.
So now, what's next with
I
these
could
records?
say I think you a bitch. You let Fredro Star and them check you, but you made that little girl cry.
This conversation then became so serious that Beans warned Charlemagne that it wasn't safe to play with him. And if you understand what that means, then you would know why even Charlemagne became silent and backed off the topic.
You ain't qualified to ask me that question. You ain't qualified to get that answer, bro.
No.
You sit up here and your job is to play games. But play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
This next rapper wasn't even invited to the studio for an interview. He just pulled up to the show because he had some things he wanted to say to Charlemagne, and he wanted to say it to his face as a man. This interview is the shortest interview in the history of the Breakfast Club till today. But guess what? It's also their most watched video, as it has garnered over 22 million views. It only took Birdman 2 minutes and 26 seconds to set the Breakfast Club studio and the internet on fire. On the 22nd of April 2016, Birdman showed up at the Breakfast Club studio. But let's be clear here, this wasn't no regular interview. Birdman was pissed about what the Breakfast Club crew had said about him on one of their previous episodes, particularly Charlemagne. And this is why he decided to pull up to the studio. Just for everyone to know, Birdman wasn't playing no games. He showed up to the studio with an entire squad. And from the moment he gets on the show, he tells all 3 presenters to stop playing with his name.
Y'all ready? Yes, sir. I want to start this shit off straight, telling all 3 of y'all stop playing with my name.
Let's go on there. Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
Baby wasn't playing around. Someone had surely ruffled Birdman's feathers. I mean, how else could he have managed to drop so many iconic moments in less than 3 minutes? First, he put on his shades. Then he told Charlemagne and his fellow presenters again, when my name come up, respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
This was about respect, and Birdman was demanding it because he believed he fully deserved it. Birdman then tells all 3 presenters, stop playing with my fucking name, all 3 of y'all, and he ain't gonna say it no more.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
After Birdman announced himself on the show in a way only Birdman could, the interview then finally began. Charlemagne then tells Birdman to get all he had to say off his chest. But you have to understand that this wasn't no question and answer session. This was about respect, and Birdman was demanding it. Well, because he was Birdman.
Tell him, get it off your chest, Birdman.
I said it already. I ain't gotta talk no more.
Cause I don't understand the angle. Like what?
I said it already.
So why come here?
I did it already. I'm here. So what's happening?
Birdman actually had no major issues with DJ Envy and Angela Yee. The man he had problems with is none other than Charlemagne. Birdman stated that he came to the studio because he wanted to say the things he had to say to Charlemagne's face like a man. I mean, Birdman was so mad that he even forgot to rub his palms together. Birdman knew several locations where he could have run up on Charlemagne, Or he could have had his homeboys pay Charlemagne a visit, but he didn't do it because he didn't think that was gangster.
I wanted to talk to you and your man in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You understand me? Straight up like a man.
Birdman then said to the presenters one of the most gangster lines anyone could ever come up with. Only Birdman could say the same thing twice in the same sentence.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking. Let's rock.
All right.
I've got to admit that Charlemagne was a good sport to have handled the situation the way he did. If he hadn't maintained a cool demeanor, this could have become brutal because of the energy Birdman was moving with. However, while Birdman went to the Breakfast Club demanding respect, this next guest decided he wasn't going to let Charlemagne disrespect one of the rappers signed to his label. So Master P was on a Breakfast Club talking about his label No Limits Records and the music they've been working on. Charlemagne then began reminiscing about a time when No Limit was so prolific that they were dropping new music every week. Then he mentioned Mercedes, a female artist that was also signed to No Limit. But according to Charlemagne, no one wanted to hear new music from her because she had a fat backside.
I wonder how did you set up promotion for your projects? Y'all was dropping. It was a time when No Limit was dropping every week. It was a No Limit product in stores every week, except for Mercedes. We never saw that, and I always wanted to see that because she had a fat ass.
Charlemagne was being very disrespectful, and even his co-host Angela Yee was surprised by this. And Master P rightfully didn't let this slide.
I wonder how did you set up promotion for your projects? Y'all was dropping. It was a time when No Limit was dropping every week. It was a No Limit product in stores every week, except for Mercedes. We never saw that, and I always wanted to see that because she had a fat ass.
Yeah, see that, bro? Hold up, man. Don't talk about Mercedes.
Oh,
like
my bad.
that.
I ain't know she
Charlemagne didn't even realize just how offensive his statement was. He believed Master P only called him up on it because he and Mercedes were family. But Master P made it clear that family or not, he wasn't going to let Charlemagne disrespect his artist in his presence.
Yeah, see that, bro? Hold up, man. Don't talk about Mercedes.
Oh,
like
my bad.
that.
I ain't know she family.
So disrespectful.
Nah, she ain't family, but still, though, with all my people, man, you know how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we good, man. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You know how we get out.
But how was you setting it up, though, promotion-wise?
Charlemagne then tried to be sleek and move on from what he said, but Master P wasn't going to let that happen without correcting the disrespect.
Promotion-wise?
What you mean setting?
Because it was dropping. They were dropping every week. So how was people able to know? Okay, unless you was going to the record.
Nah, let's go back to this, dog. Let's respect, because I'm not gonna talk about your sister, your mama.
Got you.
You know, we need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing. Because I know you do your radio thing, and I respect that. But at the same time, Mercedes is she a female.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, you're right. But she did look good on that cover, though.
Yeah, she looked good. That's your opinion. But you know,
Charlemagne tried to justify what he said by talking about how she looked on an album cover, but P made it clear that he had to take back the disrespect.
Unless you was going to the record.
Nah, let's go back to this, dog. Okay. Let's respect, because I'm not gonna talk about your sister, your mama.
Got you.
Like, you know, we need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing, because I know you do your radio thing, and I respect that. But at the same time, Mercedes is she a female.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, you're right. But she did look good on that cover, though.
Yeah, she looked good. That's your opinion. But you know, like I said, man, it's about respect. Charlemagne, you know, me and you go back.
Absolutely.
So it's about, you know, when we talk about women, I know I don't care. I ain't gonna disrespect no hookers or nothing, because I don't do that. I'm a man, and I don't want nobody to disrespect no people that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Charlemagne will always remain a controversial figure that divides a lot of opinions, but you can't deny that he's one of the major characters that has helped make the Breakfast Club as successful as it is. The Breakfast Club needs Charlemagne just as much as Charlemagne needs the Breakfast Club.